So in this video, I am going to be going through the process of how to source products for your Amazon FBA business like $1 million seller. Now this video is for arbitrage or wholesale sellers, not for private label. I do not have the experience in private label to be making a video on that. However, I have sold over $6 million worth of products since December of 2015, and I've done it through arbitrage and wholesale. Now, as somebody that's been teaching people how to do this for years as well, the one thing that I teach for new sellers to learn is actually replans. Now, replans is typically just the process of finding products that you can actually replenish over and over again in your inventory. So that could mean things that you can buy full price that you're able to buy over and over again from a local store like a Walmart or a Target, or you can do it online, or it's buying from a distributor or a wholesaler and you can replenish that over and over again. Ultimately, what you may see is that you're also buying products that have deep discounts that seem to come up quarterly or in different seasons, or once a month. Maybe a store runs a discount on the same product and you can buy that over and over again. So it doesn't have to be full price, but ultimately it can be something that is replenishable to your business. So as we're focusing on adding replans in our business, we also need to be focusing on how does the business operate each and every day. So in particular, most replans businesses, especially with new sellers, will operate in this way. They'll spend 1 hour of sourcing time, and in that hour of sourcing time, they're hoping to find one singular product that they can add to their inventory. And in adding that one item to their inventory, it meets their metrics. It provides a 40% return on investment. Maybe it provides $4 or $5 of profit, and they can buy it from a store, and it's ultimately something they can add to their replans. However, what they continue to do is then every hour, they spend another additional hour, and they're hoping to find one product. And then they spend another hour hoping to find another product. Obviously, if they can find 5 per hour or 6 per hour, that's definitely what people are going for. But what most end up happening, especially as new sellers, is we see that they're finding 1 per hour each and every hour as an average. What the best sellers and the $1 million sellers typically do is they are maximizing their time while they're sourcing. So instead of spending 1 hour and finding only one product, they're also finding another 10 or 20 leads that then they can come back to in the future, so that then it can really grow and scale this business. So instead of finding an item per hour and then slowly growing, you're going to be having more of a hockey stick type growth in your business if you're capitalizing on the leads. So you may be finding 10 leads for that 1 hour, and then you find one that you test, and then in the next hour the $1 million seller finds another 10 leads, and then they also test one product, and then they find another 10 leads, and it keeps going on and so forth and so forth. So while they may be building at the same pace for their replans products, they're also capitalizing on all this extra time by finding leads that don't meet their perfect criteria. Now, if you're finding things that you're going to test for your Amazon business that have 40% return on investment, $5 profit, for example, those are your minimums with a good Keepa chart, you can also be saving this data over here in a separate pool or in a separate system that allows you to be saving items that are under 40% return on investment and under a $5 profit or whatever your minimums may be. And then in the future, as prices fluctuate, as stores offer discounts, as things change, sellers fall off the listing, maybe certain stores run out of the product and so the listing becomes profitable in your area. Ultimately, then you've got this pool, this batch of leads that you've been able to save over time, which allows you then to have this hockey stick like growth because you've got hundreds or thousands and thousands of leads that you can go back to on a daily basis. So then as you're growing, instead of finding one lead per hour, you're able to go back to your pool of all of these leads in your system and find 5 in an hour or find 10 in that day instead of 1 per hour as a new seller. Now, I know this may seem pretty simple, and for most of you, you may be thinking, wow, I've passed up on all of these leads over time, and I know that I did. I passed up on tens of thousands of leads over time. But what I've been able to do, and I've seen other people do, is that as you grow this base of leads, and you're getting tens of thousands of leads over the years, or hundreds of extra leads per month, and ultimately you're able to add that into your replans through the years because you're finding those profitable things that other people passed up on. If you really think about how you're maximizing every second of your sourcing time in your business, whether it's arbitrage or wholesale, you want to be saving all of the data from all the things that you're passing up on. And if you save that data into a system, you can come back to it over time. Now, the tool that I recommend recommend, actually you can do this in a spreadsheet, absolutely. The one that I recommend is $7 per month for new sellers, $47 for intermediate sellers, and then $97 as a cap, as a max for the really experienced sellers. That tool is called replendashboard.com because it's going to allow you to store thousands and thousands of leads while updating in real time the buy box, the profits, everything else. So that's what I personally use. That's what I help to create. Now, if you don't want to use that, you can use a Google Sheet and just store all of your leads in a Google Sheet. You will have to go back though and update the prices, update the buy boxes, the profitability, all of these things, instead of allowing a tool to do that for you. For instance, if you're a new seller and you're doing under 10K per month and you have less than 10,000 leads, you can pay $7 a month, and just finding one lead that turns into a replen will pay for that monthly fee very quickly. Hopefully you can see how, as a new seller or somebody that's been doing this for a while that isn't capturing all these leads, you can see that you've missed out on a lot of different things, so that then your one replen per hour turns into maybe 2 or 3 replens per hour, and then 4 or 5 replens per hour. And you're really able to find a lot of different replens while continually growing your leads on the side that you can come back to on a day-to-day basis. There are other ways that you can also maximize these things, such as using leads list services or other software programs, but this is just with the manual sourcing process that I teach on this channel. So if you have any questions, post them in the comments down below. If you're already doing this, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Please post those as well. But I hope this video helps you and blesses you. You have a great rest of your day and a blessed rest of your week.